choice. When somebody needs you, you can't turn away. You're their only lifeline, just a hero, a bullet for hire, working alone. Always a voice, a cry in the darkness, an echo of pain that's been long forgotten, but it haunts me, my destiny, to be alone. There's a time when you see life for what it's gotta be. You should know they'll destroy you. They'll call to me to keep searching, walk alone.
Hello? Oh, Christ. Alright, so, Rocky changed, the microphone settings, so, that's whatever. Everyone's still here. Alright, so... Yeah, now I'm actually back. For real. Alright, how are y'all doing? I forgot all about this freaking screen. Oh, man, I pity Oedipus. I don't want to have to live in this frame rate with my eyes. I just decided. Yeah, I'm thinking I'm black. Go the fucking Kaza pineapple. Alright, so let's see. Recent news. Darkside Phil has been banned like 3 times from Twitch. And I got unbanned in the span of like 7 hours each time. All of it's just he's being targeted. He's being gang stalked. What I don't get is that all these people fight tooth and nail to get rid of Darkside Phil, when in reality, if they deplatformed Darkside Phil, who would there be for them to throw peanuts at? I just simply don't follow the logic behind going scorched earth. Yeah, I can't use my shower yet, which sucks. I have to buy breath mints. But yeah, he's free. He had a little YouTube rant. Oh wait, Mafia City guy. Good boy. He can get through anything, yeah, but getting deplatformed and hitting it with technicalities, if you're a Twitch streamer, like, people, like, digging you for DMCA stuff, man, that's... Who's the girl with the cutest anime feed? That's a good question, Spice 7. Probably someone from Slice of Life. Some Slice of Life.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, their Dark Side
You can't get fine eating like this at any of those dives, so make sure...
Oh, wait a minute. Can I... Is this the valve I turned? I know it's a game of turning valves. No, I think I already turned that one. Gotta wait for David Jawara to come back into his room. Let's see here. Chevy Tradition, my first voodoo charm, Yellow Devils. Take the Taboo Trinity to Tyrone. Okay. Yeah, we gotta protect DSP at all times. Critical support for DSP. He is the modern everyman. Everyone who hates him is like a dog that like sees themselves in the mirror for the first time and they fucking freak the fuck out. Same applies to people that like him. They also see someone that is they also see someone that is completely like them. It's like those IQ bar graph things, where like both quote unquote high internet IQ and low internet high IQ both love Darkside Phil. And it's all the midwits that fucking despise him. When I see Darkside Phil, I see a man that gets paid to play video games. Like an incredibly stupid person able to get that back. I see that and I say, you know what? Work.
Did you notice again? The streets in New Orleans were a mess. All busted up and undergoing maintenance. The city was built on a swamp, so the ground is soft. All it takes is some heavy rain to cave it all in. There were also a lot of places where large tree roots were pushing up parts of the asphalt and the sidewalk. Those bumps were dangerous even when we still had our car, but this town is different. The streets are all paved so cleanly that we can skate along them without a care in the world. And there's hardly any...
Like, have no one be able to do any harm to you, besides DMCA claims. He went off on a rant on Doug Walker the other day in Channel Awesome. Someone like, Fred by it. I don't even actually know.
So, what do you think of it?
Someone that likes
yes, I'm talking about him. Who?
So in that,
is the skeletal gentleman friend or foe? Or does he merely exist?
They asked him, he was like, hey Phil, why don't you work for Doug Walker at Channel Awesome? Phil had, like, the biggest, like, negative reaction. He's like, nah, fuck that. I ain't working for Doug
looks
Walker.
like we were right
He's got all
on the
those
money.
sexual
Tracing the
assault
Sun Rouge
claims, all
distribution.
that. Nah, fuck that. And I'm like, man, he gets it. It shows how, like, even Darkside Phil, like, someone as stupid as him, someone who has a caveman brain, sees Doug Walker and says, fuck that guy. You know? Hey, it's the little girl. Darkside Phil went in, like, 6-figure debt on, like, WWE gachas. And
Okay,
he managed
Pastor.
to pass a
I've brought you
speech
your
check and a
taboo
bargaining
trinity.
check on the IRS. And he managed to get all of it forgiven. They
I'd
took
like
the
to
debt and
exchange
put
it
somewhere
for a
else.
ticket to the goddess.
Oh, how I pity you. You see, my dear lost lamb,
Oh, you gotta be
our
kidding me.
Lord still hungers. One anaconda skin, one squirrel tail,
Oh, you gotta be kidding me.
and one pressed white guara. This
Are you kidding me?
Yeah, York, he agrees. We have not
How
seen
pitiful.
Professor R. I haven't seen anaconda
our
skins
Lord
in this game. I don't know
never
where they
speaks
spawn.
in jest.
I fought dogs.
I told you this was gonna be a pain in the butt.
All because I want to see God.
Come on, we need to get going.
You lead the way.
It looks like we'll need to work harder to get God's attention. Part of me just wants to say to hell with it and go have a smoke.
Me too. 6? Oh, you gotta be kidding me. 6 of each? Oh, where am I gonna find anaconda skins? Oh, you guys are gonna get to see the really, really bad aiming. Oops. That's a long loading
You know,
screen.
Patty, I just remembered something.
It is a Game of the Year contender.
When we met Philip in the sheriff's office, he mentioned
This is
your
better
mother.
writing than Last of Us 2, I can tell you that for free. That's a triple F word.
What
Facts
sort of
for free.
history does Melvin have with the Clarksons?
What do you mean? The Clarksons know everyone in town, and everyone in town knows the Clarksons. This is Lucare. That's all there is to it.
Hey, wait a minute! Her I just noticed, her medallion
something
has a
isn't right
fucking
here.
dragonfly on it. This is gonna play into it later. Oh, you think you could hide
I
things
just
in
hope the
plain sight on
Clarksons
me
don't have anything to do
in
with her
low-
mother's
because you're low
illness.
poly, huh? Well, you're exactly fucking right.
That's all I'm concerned about. Either way, the truth
Yeah, it's
will
Japanese
reveal
people
itself
doing
to us
Twin Peaks.
eventually. Just like it always has.
Yeah, I would have thought that. You're right, KW. I would have fucking thought that her fan base would be privy to Deadly Premonition. No one's fucking heard of it.
If this
We
town
did
has
2
a
streams
symbol,
on it.
it's got to be that bridge hanging over the bayou. Lift bridges are truly a rarity. Reminds me of Duluth.
Oh, where do I fucking get anaconda skins? Deliver judgment unto squirrels. Squirrels we can find. What do we got here? Hey, assholes! Hey, little girl, get out of my way. You don't want to be here for this. I am running out of ammo. Got it. Hey, come on. This is not easy.
There's our squirrel tail. I hope we can gather the rest of the materials this quickly. Honestly, we don't have the time to help God out with his heavenly errands.
Too true. Alright, let's see here. But yeah, Darkside Phil, you know, he doesn't die. You know, and he don't miss. He don't miss. I saw him go on a passionate rant about The Last of Us 2. Calling it garbage. Here we go. Another chicory tail.
Certain countries consider squirrel tails to be wards against demonic powers. Apparently, the tails quiver whenever evil draws near. So when people go out on journeys, they always carry squirrel tails with them.
Where to find the other stuff?
The fresher the tail,
the combat
the
looks
higher
better
its
than Last
price.
of Us 2 as well. Yeah, I simply don't fuck with that game. I don't. I really don't. Remember that time we met that fellow working on Deadly Premonition?
Hey, Zach. No, nothing. Just felt like saying that.
I butchered what I was about to say, and I was about to save the riff, and then York interrupted me. What a fucking Chad. He fucking
One
alphas
lollipop?
me. He
Two
alphas me,
lollipops?
the player.
3 lollipops? Don't mind me, Zach. This is how I wake myself up.
Forget it. Forget it.
Zach, you're a coffee person, right?
Oh my
No
God.
sugar.
Oh,
only
he
milk.
officially
yes,
ran
I'm
out of
completely
things
with
to
you on
say.
that.
Francis York Morgan is always my co-host. I have versions of Zach. They tell me to burn things. Drive a Dodge Charger really
Hey, Zach.
fast. in
No, nothing.
Charlottesville.
Just felt like saying that.
What's this? That's a high population density. This sucks. Hey! One rubber bullet was stolen from. Oh, this guy dies first. Whoa, he disappeared. I got him. Chicory tail. Come on, give me another. Oh, wait, I just interrupted. I'm just gonna steal people's mail. Yeah, sorry. Sorry if you ordered high quality string from Jeff Bezos, but it's fine now. Okay, sirrah, baby. Come on. Oh god, I gotta reload. Got him. Rare one. There we go. Got a rare one. Hey, if it's a federal crime, I'm a fed myself, so... sorry, buddy. Bzz, wrongo. Come to York. There needs to be, this game needs like a Roger from Doug type character that antagonizes Francis York Morgan. Like he skates up to York, he's like, "Hey, how's it going, Francis Dork Morgan?" And then York just goes, "Zach, this is an unintelligent fellow. I must have made him
Hey, Zach. No, nothing.
idea.
Just felt like saying that.
There needs to be like a guy that treats York like a nerdlinger. Actually, I think every movie needs to have a character named Nerdlinger. I think I talked about this before, but like, if you don't have a character like a Nerdlinger character, the main character is antagonized, how are you supposed to know if they're cool? Park next to the church. I need to buy ammo. But as I'm saying, I have a hard time telling which characters are cool and which ones. So when you deprive me of a nerdlinger type character
This town
that
sure is
everyone rips
peaceful.
on
Yes, I know.
and all
I
that,
know
like
what
he has
you're about to
glasses
say.
on,
But that's
he's
why
like,
we're here.
look at my
To protect
calculations.
this peace.
Basically what I'm saying is, I think
right,
that
Zach?
every movie needs to have someone that looks like Lobo Davis, so that the main characters can rip on them, and I can basically tell that the characters are supposed to be cool. I don't know. Just my 2 cents. Just my $2.50. And Nerdlinger can't advance the plot at all. He can't be like an important character. He has to be a flavor character that exists only on screen to be ripped on. That's how I'd make movies. Yeah, that's the price of 1 key. But that's also the price of making a good movie. You know? You just go to your local library, like find anyone that knows how to use the word praxis in a sentence. And there you go, you can cast them as your nerdlinger. Why am I doing in there? You know? Here you go, let's buy stuff.
Very good, sir. Please.
Alright, come on, British black guy. Buy me some stuff. 1 box contains 50 bullets. Oh yeah, I'm on Fed's payroll, baby. Let me sell some materials. Chicory fur. Hell yeah. Hell yeah, bitch. Whoa! There we go. Damn.
Serving you is my greatest pleasure, sir.
It's supposed to go from like 52 viewers to 39. Oh man, the fans love the file out. Once it's
Please do.
No, I need the tails. That's chicory fur. You idiot. You idiot. Learn to read. The one of 3 British black people in existence. That's correct. Like, there's only 8 British black people in the world, and if you collect all 8 of them, you gain the ultimate power. You gain the power to say the N-word. But you can only really say it like a chav. It's like collecting the Chaos Emeralds. You gain the ultimate power to say whatever slurs you want, even the antiquated ones. If you could find the 9 British black people in existence. You know, Nipsey Hussle, before he died, he assembled all of the British black people, and he scattered them across the globe, so that no white person can find them all and get them all in one place, so that they can summon the N-word pass. It's true. It's true.
Did you notice
Right
that
after he was gonna make his Dr. Sebi film, he was gonna make a documentary about assembling all 9
swamp, so the ground is soft. All it takes is some heavy rain to cave it all in. There were also a lot of places where large tree roots were pushing up parts of the asphalt and the sidewalk. Those bumps were
Mainstream media
dangerous
won't tell you
even when
that.
we still had our car, remember?
They love to
But
not
this
tell you
town
things
is
like
different.
that. I
The
think
streets are all paved so cleanly that we can skate along them without a care in the
Numpty,
world.
Nigel.
And there's hardly any trash or graffiti to be found anywhere.
Do you think
The
chives,
Clarksons truly
like
do control.
chives, or like, you know, soccer hooligans, if they hear that your name is Nigel, they go, oi, 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 what was all this then? What's all this? Only if you're one of us, you could say that word. British people and their racism, like their selective racism, is incredible. They'll like to cry like black people, but then they'll be like, oh, he's a good one. He plays for North FC. He's a centre midfielder for North. I think he's okay. Which, you know, that's you know, chaotic. I would say that's chaotic neutral. Chaotic evil is when you're in Boston, where like it doesn't matter if you're black. It doesn't matter if you play on the right home team. You're gonna get called the N-word at Fenway. And Dave Portnoy will bring a megaphone and hand it to someone personally so you get called the N-word. He will buy the person calling you the N-word a beer just so he can throw it at you. And all this is true. This is all not all stuff I've just made up just now for a riff. I was there at Fenway. I met Dave Portnoy personally, and it was a Orioles versus Red Sox game, and he pointed at Adam Jones playing in center field, and he said some sort of racial slur that was very antiquated. And he said, "Hey, check this out." He had a natty light in his hand, and he threw a perfect spiral, and it conked Adam Jones on the head. I was mortified. No one talks about this. I know I'm against cancel culture, but I think someone should really look into Dave Portnoy conking the Baltimore Orioles center fielder on the head with the Natty Daddy can, and the El, and if for some reason like Looney Tunes rules were in effect, and the El Kabong sound effect played. I personally, I don't know. I don't know if I'm allowed to really, if Dave really wants me to say anything about it. He probably doesn't. I know he gave me my start in comedy, but it happened.
Ripping a squirrel's tail off its corpse is an eye-opening experience, Zach.
I don't know.
I don't care if God commanded us to do this. It's pure butchery.
Honestly, it was why I left Barstool to begin with.
We'll just have to live with it. After all, humans are
Granted,
wild at heart.
I worked there for 5 years after. They did many different shows that promoted racist beliefs. Sure, I had Gavin McInnes on at the time when I had my podcast at Barstool. Yes, I had on Count Dankula, but I think cancel culture should be in play for Dave Portnoy. Like, I mean, yes, I'm still friends with both Barry Weiss and Richard Spencer. But I think we should look into the Fenway incident with Dave Portnoy.
So, what do you think of him? Yes, I'm talking about him. Boondock. Is the skeletal gentleman friend or foe? Or does he merely exist outside the realms of either? Still too early to tell. But it's clear that he'll be the key to uncovering this case's mysteries. That's what my soul tells me.
I could never get into
Boondock feels very familiar to me. You might even say he reminds me of someone.
All like the team names and stuff like Buckingham United,
cheerful, wise,
Chestershire
yet also
FC,
mysterious
always
African American who appeared in a variety of
personally,
different forms.
I like
My
things
mind
that
must be overlapping him with the skeleton.
have results to them.
Do you remember his name?
When I invest my time in
Yes,
watching
that's it.
sports.
Scatman Crothers. In 1980, he
I
played
kinda
Dick
wanna
Halloran in
see
The
that
Shining.
result. I
And
kinda
in
wanna feel like I'm not
1983,
wasting
he
my
was in The
life.
Twilight Zone.
Like I
He played
normally
the man
do.
who invited all those elderly folks into a strange new
Like if
world.
I'm gonna
I
take
knew it.
time off
There's
from
definitely a
my
connection
usual
here,
routine,
but he's a
drinking
bit too
daddies
old.
and watching,
Scatman's more of a
rolling
sage
out
character.
animations.
Our skeletal
I want it to
gentleman
be
is a
for
little
something
younger, isn't he?
that
Yes.
makes it feel
They
worth
have
it.
different body types, but what about Forrest Whitaker? He made his debut in
Yeah, I go to
1982 in
church.
Fast Times at Ridgemont High. Then he was in Platoon and The Color of Money, both released in 1986, followed by Good Morning Vietnam in 1987. He was in Bird in 1988.
I don't actually
Impressive
hate
filmography.
soccer.
Across the 80s, he
This is the
transformed
longest
his
we got into
rough,
a
young
conversation. I should
image
shut the
into a
fuck
more
up.
cheerful, wiser one. That's why the 80s can also be described as the decade that built up Forrest Whitaker's career. I firmly believe that he'll win an
George.
Academy Award for Best Actor soon.
I ate the doggies, but
Zach, you're a coffee
So
person,
how about
right?
that
No
Shin
sugar,
Megami
only milk.
Tensei game?
Yes, I'm completely with you on that one.
oh yeah, I don't play Shin Megami Tensei. I'm sorry. that's not in my repertoire.
One lollipop?
Ash.
2 lollipops? 3 lollipops?
I love. I
Don't mind
remember
me,
seeing this
Zach.
one
This
image.
is how I
it was
wake
just a
myself
bunch
up.
of like British people talking about soccer and being racist, but like one of like I already just joked about this, but they're like, I ate the doggies, but he plays
Hey, wanna
a
talk
mate
about
at
bridges?
Tottenham,
Why?
so he's one of the good
Become
ones he
obsessed
is.
with bridges, Zach. and there's no turning back
It
now.
had, like, the
Remember what we
Eurobut
saw on our way
picture.
here? Back when we were driving that hybrid car before we switched over to the
Real
state.
games like
We
SMT.
passed
Oh,
over the
I'm
Lake
sorry.
Pontchartrain Causeway,
Sorry, I
the
don't
longest
play,
bridge
I
over
don't-
water
sorry, I
in the
don't play
entire
every
world.
video game.
Remember the
I
sudden
don't know, it never
downpour that
piqued
made
my
it impossible
interest.
for us to see the road? The rain was so torrential that we couldn't see more than a few
The
miles
park,
ahead
right?
of
This
us.
is where-
I'm sure local drivers are used to that sort of thing.
Big
They
boy
were all going
Pokemon.
normal speeds. I bet that scene
I would
reminded you
think
of a
it would have a
certain
deeper
film,
combat
or
system than
perhaps a
rock,
certain
paper,
person.
scissors.
Violent City, 1970. Directed by
Yeah, I hate
Sergio
video
Salinas.
games.
I only ever saw it on
Unless
TV when I was
it's
a kid, so I don't remember
Holy
it very
shit,
well.
feels like it should
But I
be.
definitely remember
I
that
don't
it
even play
featured a
video
bridge,
games much anymore
a
either. I
long
play all my
bridge.
video games
During
on
the New
here.
Orleans part.
If
That's
I
the
play a
one thing
video
I
game
remember.
alone, I'm like,
That bridge
maybe I
must
should
have been the Lake
not
Pontchartrain
play this
Causeway.
right now,
And
so
the
I
film
can have
starred
something to
Charles
stream.
Bronson. Charles Bronson. Charles Bronson. What an amazing sound. You couldn't possibly find another man whose name matches his appearance so perfectly. Yes, of course I know that Charles Bronson isn't his real name. Charles Dennis
Chilling, just like
Buczynski.
skating around.
That's his
just
real
having
name,
a fucking
but
time of my
he's
life.
Bronson. Period. Zach, what's your favorite Bronson film? Death Wish? The Magnificent Seven? Rider on the Rain? Or Farewell Friend? They're all masterpieces. But to me, his greatest work lies elsewhere. That's it, Zach. No wonder we get along so well. I don't care what anyone else says. His greatest film by far
I don't know,
is
I've
Hand to Me,
been to the UK.
1983, directed by J. Lee Thompson.
so-
There's no realism to be found in this movie, but that's what
Not
makes
my
it so
favorite
great.
country.
One might even
Everyone-
call
when
it
I
a
was in
fantasy
Scotland,
masterpiece.
everyone's kind
It
of
was
looked-
certainly filled with unprecedented fantasy compared to
I don't know,
other
everyone in
police
Scotland
thrillers, that's
kinda
for
looks
sure.
like a
You know,
belted
Zach,
action
I'm suddenly
figure.
getting the urge to watch it again. Let's hurry up and solve this case so that we can go rent the DVD.
I'm pro
Hey, Zach.
migrants
No,
and
nothing.
refugees
Just felt like
for
saying
that
that.
reason. I don't wanna look at belted action figures by people. It's good that they're getting Pakistanis in there.
If this town has a symbol, it's got to be that bridge hanging over the bayou. Lift bridges are truly a rarity. Reminds
Deadly
me of
Premonition
Duluth,
won't crash a
Minnesota.
lot.
Remember what happened there? That man went to such great lengths to collect his victims' tongues. You know, the one who would French kiss them every day as they slowly decompose.
A lot of people are saying
As I
like
drove
having
into the
takes like it's
station after
amazing
his
how you
arrest,
can tell.
He started lecturing me on the proper way to give someone a kiss.
Everyone can
Anyway,
tell
back to Duluth.
Is
They
it
have a
someone's
famous
British
lift
just by
bridge
looking
there
at
called
them?
the Aerial Lift Bridge.
And I
the lift
think
bridge
that is the
here
most
the first one
truthful
we've
thing
seen
anyone's ever
since
said.
then.
Oh, I thought
But
that was
this
a
one
church
looks a
steeple.
lot smaller than the Aerial Lift Bridge.
Yeah, that little
Its
icon.
smaller size was most likely chosen due to the width of the river.
Yeah, this
and
is
the
Greg
sea level of
Turkington
this
in this
area.
game.
The height and structure of a bridge is what determines which sort of boats can travel down the river. Normal bridges'
back
base
in there,
heights are
got
set at a
Rona.
higher point so that
I have
boats can
nothing else to
freely
do. I'm
pass
sorry you have
underneath
Rona.
them.
That
But I
sucks.
imagine it would be difficult to create a bridge with a large arch.
I
here due
got
to the
sunburn
river width
right
from
now,
sea.
so I think I
That's
know
why we're seeing
exactly
all
what
these
you're
mobile
going for.
bridges, such as lift bridges and drawbridges around
I have
here.
to look at the
As
map.
far as
Yeah,
Louisiana
alright.
goes,
I was having
it
fun
appears that they've
cruising.
built mobile bridges over most of the bayous.
To be
Fascinating,
honest.
isn't it, Zach? So many different types of bridges.
Alright, so I'm right here. And we got the Evangelical Church. Okay. The Neon Genesis Evangelion Church. Founded by people that actually watched the anime back in '99.
Hey, want to talk about bridges? Why? I've become obsessed with bridges.
I hate it when I
And there's
become
no turning
obsessed with
back
bridges
now.
and there's
Remember
no
what we
turning
saw
back.
on our way here? Back when we were driving that hybrid car before we switched over.
Oh, what's all this? There's only squirrels. Damn, there's 2 pairs of squirrels. Best Euro country, I'd say, is Spain. When I went there. Portugal, Lisbon had. Oh, fuck! They stole a first aid kit from me. Lisbon had like world's slipperiest stairs, and I got offered cocaine 5 times.
Hey Zach, it looks like we
So
were right
depending
on the
on-
money.
depending on your
Tracing the
take
San
on
Rouge
doing
distribution
drugs
led us right to Louisiana.
and how well you,
know
can
what that
handle steep
We've got a hot hand,
inclines in the world's
and Lady Luck's
slipperiest
given us far
masonry
more
ever
favor than she ever
assembled.
has before. We just happened to hear news about Lisa's murder while sitting in a bar during our vacation in New Orleans. That certainly wouldn't have happened if we had stayed in D.C. They would have given the case to another special agent, or maybe even to the state, and then we never would have found it, in the end.
This is it. This is where the snakes supposedly are. Where are they? I'm assuming they spawn at night? Is that what we got going on here? Yeah, I wish I was still passionate about my interests. I used to build model cars, little Tamiya ones. You know, Tamiya, forgot the other brand. But I'd buy all the Japanese ones because they'd have all the cars from Gran Turismo. I'm looking at it right now. Like, I built the Tom's Toyota Supra, sponsored by Castrol from Gran Turismo 3. And that's a dope car. But the thing is with Tamiya is that the fucking stickers are the most fragile fucking thing on the fucking planet. Oh, drives me up the wall. I would rather be a journalist deep in ISIS Syria territory than
What
to
in
me
the
a model
goddamn-
stickers.
Chris Benoit Mandelbrot.
Alright, you would like twist over the car to try to like put on a sticker. And if you weren't hyper aware of where your fingers are at all times, I get a bit of EDD brain, so I like have lapses in like judgment. You can accidentally put your finger on the sticker, and it will shear it. It will shear it. It will split in half. You touch it, it will stick to your hands. And long after the model is finished,
Hey, wanna talk about bridges? Why?
the models are still
Become obsessed.
fragile. I'm looking at my Coors Light number 9 Bill Elliott model kit. Some of the strongest stickers I've ever had, and that was by Monogram.
If this town has a symbol, it's got to be that bridge hanging over the bottom.
First.
Lift bridges are truly a rarity. Reminds me of Duluth, Minnesota. Remember what happened there? That man went to such great lengths to collect his victims' tongues. You know,
Guess
the
that
one
would be
who
right
would
here.
French kiss them.
Do I got ciggies? I got sleeping bags. Okay. Let me put away this. I use this. I think I'm gonna fucking use this sleeping bag. Alright! Oh, I'm hungry though. I'm gonna smoke a cigarette though. I have a Gunpla figure that I bought 3 years ago that I still haven't completed. I think it's something from Iron Blooded Orphans. It was my Barnes & Noble and I was like, hey, this is a decent enough robot design, I'm gonna build it. I think I did. I remember when I was moving out in like college freshman year and I saw this guy straight up threw away all of his Gunpla that he built over the semester. And honestly, I thought they were cool robots, so I kind of fished them out of the trash. And I kept them on my desk. Because they were cool. Alright, have we got any snakes?
Zach, how about we grab a bite to eat? Not even I can think straight on an empty stomach.
Oh, hey, what's this? That's an NPC. Oh, you don't
Found it,
fight
Zach.
the anacondas.
An
they're just
anaconda
there.
skin. And freshly shed from the looks of it. Now let's get a move on before we run into its former owner. What do you think God wants with something like this anyway?
I'm always asking what God wants, Francis York Morgan. Yeah, I'm starting to get him. You don't fight him. I thought I had to fight him. Halfway there.
Hey, Zach. Remember this movie? 1997, directed by Luis Loza. Anaconda.
What about that to do with this?
The movie where the famous John Voight goes crazy with a rifle.
Oh, I
Jennifer
love movies where
Lopez.
people... Oh,
Eric
hell yeah.
Stoltz.
J-Lo.
Even Owen Wilson and Ice Cube were in it.
Oh, fuck yeah. That's all I ever wanted was for Francis York Morgan to talk about Ice Cube.
Is that an all-star cast or what? The scene in the beginning where Danny Trejo climbs up a ladder with a pistol in one hand is a must-see.
Zach, do you remember Are We There Yet? With Ice Cube? That is the definition of Kino.
It stole my heart within the first 5 minutes. Okay, back to the real world. We're on an important mission right now, aren't we? Patty, what's that?
That tree? Or the water tower?
That thing I'm pointing at. That.
Like I said, what?
Did he play Major Look?
Hey, let's shout something out loud.
Like what?
Chocolate Sundae.
Okay, sure. Actually, never mind. This is stupid.
Why am I not interacting with Patty this much? This rules.
About 3 years ago, I met a man who had a pair of anaconda skin shoes. He said they were a trophy from a snake he hunted and skinned all by himself.
It does run like ass, covet spigs.
Could you kill something
Preach to
and
the
then wear its
choir.
skin? I couldn't.
I'm here for
No
York.
thanks. I fail to see any difference between that and a crazed murderer who carries pieces of his victims home with him.
Oh yeah, Ice Cube. Yeah, he was doing Hotep stuff. No, Ice-T is different. Wrong Ice. Different prominent black guy. Why didn't they modernize this with a jewel? What would Francis York Morgan think about the menthol ban statewide?
Zach, I never knew that following oracles was such
He did post a
backbreaking work.
fetish Hotep thing, where you should worship every inch of the Nubian queen.
I really needed this cigarette. I think I'm on the verge of losing my mind.
Oh, NOI
Now we
stuff?
just need to find one pressed white Gora. He was very clear that it had to be pressed. Do they sell pressed flowers in stores here? I think I'm stumped, Zach. Perhaps we better go ask our well-informed concierge for help.
Yes. Yeah, talk to the base black guy. Oh yeah, Ice-T got QAnon followers, and then he said, "Yeah, no, that's sci-fi bullshit." Oh, that rules.
This is the Deep South. I feel it every time that molten hot sun pours down on me. Don't you, Zach?
Yes, the rewrite plates today.
Hey, Zach, it looks like we were right on the money. Tracing the Sang Rouge distribution route led us right to Louisiana. You know what that means. We've got...
I am not versed in any sort of politics. If I can be honest, I get all of it through cultural osmosis.
Hey, Zach. No, nothing. Just felt
I'm
like
more
saying that.
inclined to think lefty things and right wing things. Just not angry enough. Right?
This town sure is peaceful, Zach. Yes, I know. I know what you're about to say. But that's why we're here.
I think I have more like anger towards like modern pole kids than anything. I think that's like the whole like my whole MO. Just to like go after people that are like base lewd senpai people or like groypers. That's just how I look at it.
Okay, Zach. Let's go talk to our concierge.
Like, I'll still make mad TV jokes, but I mean,
It'd be impossible for us to find a white Gora all on our own in such a vast area.
who the fuck knows what I'm gonna believe 3 years down the line? probably absolutely not epic frog bullshit, though.
Welcome back, Mr. Morgan, sir.
Hello there, concierge.
How may I help you, Mr. Morgan?
Basically, Senpai is a great shorthand for a kind of guy. Yeah, it exactly encapsulates it.
I'm in need of a pressed white Gora. Do you know of a store where I could find one?
The Lord hungers?
Correct.
Jolly good, sir. In that case, please ask our bellboy. His hobby is pressing flowers, so I'm sure he'll be able to assist you.
Alright, here we go. We go right here. Head over to the chef. I gotta eat anyways. The race realist and thought Obama was Muslim. Obama's like the least Muslim person alive. I'd more buy into the fact that, what's his face? Canada Prime Minister. Justin Trudeau. I would believe into him secretly being into Islam more than Obama.
And that's what I'm talking about. You can't get fine eating like this at any of those diners out there. So make sure you enjoy it.
Yeah, it's not even ironic weeb stuff. That's like a different genre guy. Basically, senpai stuff is like... It's like half Coomer, half like being based and watching things as an own. And I fucking hate that shit. That shit drives me up the wall. That's... Or on High School Host Club is less harmful than Uzaki shit. There's already a chance for... Like, everyone says like, oh no, it's a decent, like, Eki anime. But a lot of what people that got into it, from what I see, was because of that stupid fucking Unseen Japan dude going like, you can't have her represent a blood drive. No! No, it's wrong! You know, people just get really into that, and like, it's like, oh, we gotta piss this guy off. It was funny. I made fun of them too. But I just know that because of like people saying like, no, you can't
Thanks,
watch
mister.
that, people are gonna be like, oh yeah? Well, I'm gonna own you. And it's like something that's like a season filler. It's not that, it doesn't look that good.
Next time you get a hankering for old-time Creole food, just stop on by.
I don't know. Some people would insist otherwise. Some people would like try to Phoenix Wright my take on it and stuff, but it's like, nah. People like that absolutely exist. Everyone should have a forum banner signature, yeah. If there's one thing we gotta take from something awful, we gotta have that. That's the girl with the Sugoi Dekai shirt. I could end up being so wrong, and like the whole show would like go through its entire run through, and it's like no base dude senpai people are like talking about how base the show is, and I could be like end up wrong. But it's the principle of the thing with me. Like I'm trying to fucking Broadway Joe Namath this and say like, no, these guys are gonna rally around this, and it's gonna be fucking annoying. I'm trying to fucking Joe Namath my prediction to people being fucking annoying on the internet. Oh yeah, no way, I didn't even get my fucking flour, I just ate food. Yeah, it's kind of new Mega Milk shit. I do own a Mega Milk shirt, but I found it at a con, and I was like, oh, I gotta get this. I think I only got it because I think I saw Trihex wear it once, like the speedrunner, and I was like, oh, that guy's cool. Oh, I gotta sleep till the mid-afternoon or something. If you're in a hurry or a jiffy or etc., head to the chef. So I think he's in here. Go to the Laenus. There he is.
Got a minute, Chef?
Nagatoro anime. I love Nagatoro. I like it a lot, actually. But it might not be good. Might be, might not be. I just like the manga. I like it. It hinges on how they animate the noodle arms.
What is it, mister? I got my hands full here.
She does kind of got gross feet.
Do you know where I might find a pressed white Gora?
It's disrespectful to the author and director that write a show off because of a dumb fan base. Fair. Fair point. But those fan bases are pretty much responsible for why everything sucks nowadays. In some way or another. They're all like Vic McDogna, innocent type people. So it's like I kind of like to like lash out at that sort of shit. Now the principality of it. I have a strong MO, and it's uncompromising. You'll know where I stand, and I won't backdoor you.
Now, what did I tell you? I'm a professional chef. I don't flap my gums about any old thing. If you want to know about the town, you best ask our concierge.
Oh yeah, just talk to him again. About the water.
Now, what did I don't flap my... If you want to know...
Hey, no, I gotta... Hey, wait, no. The elusive water valve. No, you're who I have to talk to. Am I never gonna get the water fixed? Oh, there he is.
May I ask you a question?
Sure, boss. What's cracking?
I need to find a pressed white Gora.
You like flowers, boss?
Well, not exactly, but it's the will of God.
Ready?
The Lord hungers, huh?
There it is.
Excellent, David. Way to cut right to the chase. Do you know where I might find one?
Sorry, boss. We only have one white Gora bush in our garden. Yep.
What's the problem?
Well, yesterday I picked them all and pressed them, see?
That's perfect. Would you mind giving one to me?
Sorry, boss. No can do.
Nah, every dog gets its day 10th degree, don't worry about it.
What do you mean?
I used all the pressed flowers I made to decorate a very special spot, see?
What spot?
The bedroom on the first floor.
The bathroom.
Yes, sirree. So, I don't have a single pressed flower left now.
Well then, I'll just go and grab one from the bathroom.
I wouldn't do that if I were you, boss. Taking a pressed flower from a bathroom into church? Jesus ain't gonna like that. Sorry, but it looks like you're all out of luck, boss.
Is that it, huh? Well, I think I'm gonna end up... Yep! York's like, yeah, no, fuck you.
Whether it's a restaurant or a hotel, the key to charming your customers is how you present your bathroom. I'm sure you feel the same way, don't you, Zach? Now this is the kind of bathroom a person can really get excited about.
Oh,
It might even trump the one we
Isekai
saw in
manga.
that drug dealer's house in Austin.
some are good, some are good.
Remember? The art piece
What
on
did
display in
Kanye
there
say?
utilized the natural
What is new
curves of
album
human
promotion?
ribs in such a novel way. It was truly brilliant.
What do you say now? What do you say now? What do you say now? Is that so? Did he? Oh, it won't be listed on South Carolina's presidential ballot. Everybody knows the movie is out to get me. My life a movie. Alright, here we go, here we go. Chris, don't play with me. You and that call me are not allowed around my children. Y'all tried to lock me up. I put my life on the line for my children that North's mother would never sell her sex tape. I put my life on God that North's mom could never photograph her doing Playboy. That's on God. I'm at the ranch. Come and get me. Drake. Thinking emoji. Come and get me. This is like an exodus like Pusha said. On God.
Hail to the king, baby.
He's just Googling Jennifer Lawrence. He's just Googling Halle Berry. And posting it. I think Kanye is being insightful. Alright, so he's schizo posting. I like it. Bring it on. This is the bathroom.
Zach. Deep South.
Bazinga.
Thank you,
Kimono
Bite
bada
Sperry.
bing, kimono bada bing, kimono bada bing.
Kanye's unmedicated right now. I remember someone saying, like, yeah, this is
The
just like
White
Etika,
Gora,
where we're just like
also known as the
egging him
whirling
on.
butterfly.
And it's like,
They certainly look just
maybe,
as
but I
beautiful
think
as one.
Kanye's gonna be fine.
Never thought I'd ever have to pick a flower from a bathroom and deliver it to a church. But he left us no choice. Did he, Zach?
Damn, York's voice actor's pulling all the stops, man. I love... Man, I fucking love the VA for York.
God himself commanded us to carry out this very act. Therefore, I'm simply doing as I'm told. My own will has nothing to do with it. We never get to engage in adventures like these while living in the city, do we, Zach? No, the cases of the city are honestly quite boring. Who wants to fish through the garbage for a missing corpse's genitals? Or chase a stray bullet that got lodged into a moving taxi? Talk about stupid. And usually, it's all just a formality so that we can accuse a criminal who's been obviously guilty since day one. If I have to search for something, I'd much rather search for something out here. It's just so much more dramatic. This is the countryside, and it's sensational.
I do like
You know what I mean, don't you,
Zombieland
Zach?
Saga as far as isekai go. It's pretty funny. And the girls are cute. I love this bathroom. I'm surprised Swery didn't make a character in this game. No, he wouldn't actually. No, that doesn't make sense. Oh, it's getting a season 2? Good OP in that. That was a great OP. Well, she got hit by a truck. Is that a good enough answer for an isekai? I saw one who was like 3 Garus, and they were like trapped in a fantasy world, but they still had their foes. They could like use magic with that. I've read like a couple chapters of that. Oh, here we go. We can finally go deliver this pressed flower to church. Isaacin is unbeatable. People on A like fucking had
Hey, you want to talk
aneurysms
about
over,
bridges?
Like, having,
I've
black
become
people
obsessed with
backgrounds.
bridges, Zach, and there's no turning back now. Remember what we saw on our way here? Back when we
Someone's
were
calling the
driving
art
that
style,
hybrid
like,
car
ugly and,
before
like,
we switched over to the
artsy.
skateboard,
And that was
we
the
passed
dumbest
over
thing
the
I've
Lake
ever seen someone say
Pontchartrain
this year,
Causeway,
I think.
the longest bridge over water in the entire world. Remember the sudden downpour that made it impossible for us to see the road?
You know?
The rain was so torrential that we couldn't see more than a few miles ahead of us.
I think I like the
I'm sure
manga
local drivers are
artwork
used
a
to
lot
that sort of
better.
thing. They were all going normal
Because you
speeds.
get
I bet that scene
has
reminded you of a
smears to
certain
it.
film,
Oh,
or
not
perhaps
really,
a certain
but, like, there's
person.
the
Violent
way
City, 1970, directed by
draws
Sergio
Asakusa,
Salini. I
like,
only
very
ever saw it on TV
detailed
when I was a
things
kid,
of,
so I don't remember it very
panels,
well.
really,
But I
I like
definitely
that a lot.
remember that it featured a bridge, a long bridge, during the New Orleans part. That's the one.
There we go.
Zach, it appears to be closed.
Oh,
Let's
fuck.
come back during...
Ah, fuck. Hit tires. Let's go back to the hotel.
Hey, want to talk about bridges? Why? I've become obsessed with bridges, Zach, and there's no turning back now. Remember what we
normal
saw
much,
on
Francis
the way
York,
here?
Morgan,
Back when we were
obsessed with
driving that
bridges?
hybrid car before we switched over to the skateboard. We passed over the Lake Pontchartrain Causeway, the longest bridge over water in the entire world. Remember the sudden downpour that made it impossible for us to see the road? The rain was so torrential that we couldn't see more than a few miles ahead of us. I'm sure local drivers are used to that sort of thing. They were all going normal speeds. I bet that scene reminded you of a certain film, or perhaps a certain person. Violent City, 1970, directed by Sergio Salini. I only ever saw it on TV when I was a kid, so I don't remember it very well. But I definitely remember that it featured a bridge, a long bridge, during the New Orleans.
I don't have energy to do anything these days. That's what they call a rut. Lane's open source now. I think you could probably stream it on here and not get dinged for it. I wonder if I could actually run into David Jawara again. Nope. I wonder what hours he's around. Legends of Galactic Heroes, that's something you'd definitely binge. Oh yeah, when I was, not, well, I had to change my mic settings. I was talking to myself aloud, and, we're probably gonna be working with Pod About List a lot more. I sort of become pretty close. I want to say close, but I've been talking with Patrick and Cam a lot recently, and yeah, we're both. From what I gather, like both sides are very eager to like have each other on streams that both sides are doing, and it should be getting some good content out of that. Third floor is Anus Bar. That's right here. The Anus. No? No Jawara? Let me just buy some of these. It's just good to have on me. I want more reverse isekai like Devil is a part-timer. Yeah, that's an interesting concept. Taking a crazy character and putting him in the real world. If you guys look at the r/standupshots subreddit, currently every Pod About List fan is just spamming it. Like, let's see. Oh, they all got taken down. All of them are just from 2 days ago. They got taken down by mods. But the only one that's up is the one about, it's just someone accusing, Pat Oswald of stealing jokes. Oh, this is funny. Let me see if I can throw it up. This is all true. So yeah, people are like trolling r/stand-up shots. Oh yeah, Gal Gohan's good. Man, you can't even think about those guys like fucking Jack Saint, Big Joe. I remember everyone said like people were saying like, oh, Rocky's just jealous that he's not as handsome as Big Joe.
1 lollipop? 2 lollipops? 3 lollipops? Don't mind me, Zach. This is how I wake myself up.
It's modern day channel awesome.
Were you thinking about Galena too? And all the other women we've seen so far on our travels across the states?
We also got Major second.
I'm right, aren't I? This is a vast country. Incredibly vast. And it's mostly composed of mountains, deserts, and farmland. Small towns scattered about here and there. That's how America looks to me. Compared to the scale of this entire country, New York, Chicago, and LA are all microscopic. Sometimes they even feel like figments of my imagination. Think back to what Las Vegas was. Driving up I-15, it was a mirage. The TV and movies dress up those moments.
Yeah, a lot of people really get into like, they're just like, oh, the gamers are at it again, but they're all like big in the Metal Gear. Yeah. Kiss anime is difficult because sometimes I usually the .ru, because that one usually works, but regular Kiss anime, a lot of ads. Some forms of Kiss anime don't have much ads. So, that's what I've learned from my experience.
Heavenly. Truly heavenly.
He threw away all the Spam, the red beans, and the spinach. I don't believe this. All this time, he was only after the cans?
Oh, I gotta shave.
Be quiet, Agent York. He's doing holy work. Just be quiet and watch.
What a fragrant pressed flower. Thank you for this blessing, O Lord.
Yes, Zach. As fragrant as a urinal cake.
Shh! Behold! It is finished!
This is cool. Yeah, your beard grows in this game.
Our Lord is enraptured. Take this, my lambs, and let it serve you.
Dr. Priest, thank you.
Just take it, Agent York. Folks say Pastor Sanders' instruments have special powers.
Special powers?
Yes, it is the truth, my lost lambs. Have faith. The Lord guides me to create the perfect instrument for each citizen of our town.
Each instrument's effects differ by person, too.
In your case, you were blessed with 3 drums and a special flower. This is the will of the Lord. You must accept it and have faith. If you ever find yourself lost again, return to me at any time.
Patty, I'm curious. Do you have an instrument too?
Huh? Me? Of course not. Why would I ever want one of those stupid things?
No,
I'm
you
fine
rude
just
child.
watching you adults play your silly little games.
Stupid fucking child.
Zach, the pressed flower we took from the bathroom ended up coming straight back to us.
Acquired an eerie drum. See what he says right now.
Have
I heard Galena Clarkson passed away. Is that the truth? She was Lisa's mother. Mother and child suffering untimely deaths together. Truly pitiful. That's right. Al Sharpton gave me cool bongo drums. And I can't wait to use them. I hate Patty. I hate Patty with my fucking life. She's a stupid child and she doesn't get anything. She doesn't understand anything. My first was, it was Watamote. Oh yeah, you get those guys that only like one anime, and there's like, oh, it's one of the good ones. They're talking about Miyazaki. It's just tiresome. It's tiring.
Hey, Agent York, what's next?
Fear not, Patty. Our next stop is that stylish woman's house. Her name is Helena Doman, and apparently she lives in this town.
What? You want to go meet her?
Professor
You know
R.
her?
Yeah. Everyone calls her Lena. Hey, how'd you figure out her name anyway? No one told you, right?
That's true. No one told me. Verbally. By pure chance, Zach and I happened to acquire this. We picked it up from the ground while the pastor was busy crying. Patty, this is a prescription for a female hormone medication.
Oh. Oh.
Which means this person is undergoing hormone treatment.
Uh-huh.
Understand? It's the Oracle. This is the ticket to the goddess that we were meant to find at the White Hall. I just remembered something that Melvin said to me in the holding cell. Professor R isn't exactly a normal woman, according to him.
Are you ready?
Now it all makes sense, Patty. Lena Doman is the stylish woman we've been searching for. Professor R in the flesh.
You know, Agent York, you might actually have some talent after all.
Yes, I'll be honest with you, Patty. Both Zach and I are extremely talented. So I hope you can trust us and continue working as our assistant.
That's what people are upset at? That's what you had to apologize for? Oh, it's dying. It added like a bit of a mystery to it. I feel like being having some ambiguity and having it like just be like, aha, they're trans after all. I didn't know that at first.
This is the deep sound. I feel it every time that molten hot sun pours down on me. Don't you, Zach?
I mean, I don't even know how you can write that properly.
Did you notice it yet? The streets in New Orleans were a mess. All busted up and undergoing.
Yeah, he referred to it as a
the
ticket to the
city was
goddess.
built on a swamp, so the ground is soft. All it takes is some heavy rain to cave it all in. There were also a lot of places where large tree roots were pushing up parts of the asphalt and the sidewalk. Those bumps were dangerous even when we still had our car, remember? But this town is different. The streets are all paved so cleanly that we can skate along
everything
without a
I
care in the
is
world.
transphobia.
And there's hardly any trash or graffiti to be found anywhere. The Clarksons truly do control this place. For better or worse, it's a good example of how allowing certain people to rise to power can have positive effects as well. Also, don't you find that Southern people are remarkably friendly, even to total strangers?
That seemed very tame. Especially when you consider what the first game did to Thomas.
Hey, Zach. No, nothing. Just felt like saying that.
found that a hell of a lot less, I found that less offensive to me. Like, I find that less potentially offensive than what, Mass Effect Andromeda did, where they just, like, introduced, like, the world's flattest character as trans. And it's just like, so, like, it just comes across as if they're checking off boxes.
The address on the prescription led us to this house.
I don't know. I think if Professor R ends up being a poorly written character, then yeah, I think that'll be offensive.
Seems like she ain't home. No lights on either.
I don't know. It's touchy. There's a lot that even I don't understand. Maybe I will one day, but... I think we'll end up with the
Professor R's
problematic
never
stuff
home, you know.
later on, maybe. But if that was it, that's like... I mean, it's not like people made too much of noise over it either, so... It's not like it was this big campaign.
Patty, why do you know
against the
so
game.
much about Professor R?
I don't know that much, really.
But you're the first person in town who mentioned her name to me.
Bazinga!
You
Is it
also
your
knew
somewhat
about San
established
Rouge,
stream
didn't you?
window?
And when I tried to
Thank you
ask
for
you
the
more
sub,
about it
Billy.
back then, you gave me an evasive answer. You're my assistant, aren't you? If you are, then you need to tell me everything you know about this case.
Daddy don't like Lena. He said it's stupid for a man to want to turn into a woman.
Oh, so the cop is bigoted. Oh, okay.
What?
Oh, here, let's see what York says.
And he told me I ain't supposed to talk about her. He said that if you knew someone like her was living here, Agent York, you'd start to hate this town.
That's ridiculous. Why would I ever hate this town? Because one of its inhabitants is transgender? Why in the world would that make a difference to me?
The other folks in town said the same thing as Daddy.
Oh, like... Wow. I never thought that Melvin would ever get hashtag cancelled.
They all know about Saint Rouge and Professor R. And about how she's waging war against the Clarksons. But they all say we ain't supposed to talk about it. So,
And here I'd assumed that ignorant way of thinking died out with the 20th century. I guess I really am an outsider after all. I thought that everyone was cooperating with my investigation. But it turns out they were all hiding key information from me.
He sounds more mad about this, like the fact that they aren't cooperating.
Damn it, Zach. This just made me hate the countryside for the first time in my entire life.
That's the only reason he's upset. I don't need to hear a little girl cry.
I'm sorry for being so loud, Patricia. But just remember this. A person's birthplace, nature, race, and physical features have no bearing on their value as a human being. We're always free, and we should respect each other just the way we are.
An American, part of a group. We're gone. That still stands for freedom.
So you shouldn't feel the need to hate Lena for no reason. matter what the people around you say. You can't let them control you. Sometimes things like common sense and decency can end up deeply hurting other people. I sincerely hope you don't forget that.
Okay, I won't.
But if Lena's committed a crime, that's a different story altogether. She may be a social minority, but she's still free and capable of knowing the difference between right and wrong. Professor R, I sincerely hope she's smart enough to understand that.
That's all I can think of off the top of my head for like PSA music. York still isn't ruling out the possibility that that this trans woman could very well be the culprit, as well as a 3-stage boss battle. I want you all to remember that trans women are women, therefore are also capable of being 3-stage boss battles, much like women can. I think that's what York was getting at with that entire speech. It's loading up a whole ass like cutscene right now. Trans women are capable of having a large health bar and having it change color based on once it empties. Once you do damage, it reveals another color, and when that first color runs out, you start emptying the second color, revealing a third and final color. And much like women can be in boss battles. Does this mean in the future in Yakuza, Kiryu will be able to, in a mid-boss battle, grab a bicycle and hit a trans woman over the head with it? I say yes, because they too can be a 3-stage boss battle. Yeah, how about these load times?
Listen to the two ends and drink dry the fire water. Do this, and
Yeah, I
you
know
will
the
see
Pleasure King.
the other world.
Zack, did you hear that? It's another oracle. I assume this means we're getting closer to the truth. Well, this is good. We don't have any other big clues at the moment. What do you say we continue the skeletal gentleman's game?
Yeah, when they say be gay, do crimes,
After
that
I
means,
spent the
be
90s listening
gay.
to nothing but punk rock,
Processing.
I fell out of touch with music. But the digital audio player I received last Christmas changed everything. Nowadays, people can walk around with thousands of songs in their pockets. You following me here, Zack? That's right. This oracle is connected to music. The two ends refer to neither periods nor a movie's credits. They refer to the last letter of the alphabet, Z. And what's a word that has 2 C's in it? Jazz, of course. Remember, we're in Louisiana here. The firewater is even easier. It's alcohol. Let's go to that jazz bar and have a drink while we consider our next plan of action. Don't worry, this is all part of our job, isn't it, Zack?
Lucari Tiger to DC Eagle.
Uh-oh, is he gonna go in on Melvin?
Lucari Tiger to DC Eagle. Come in.
Oh, Daddy.
DC Eagle here. Got any news for me?
Well, Mr. York, we got ourselves a bit of a problem here.
Mr. York, I found a bunch of indie game developers. Please, don't let my daughter learn about them. Please, don't let my daughter learn about indie games or manga scanlations.
What sort of problem?
No! Whoa, spiced. I gotta retweet that. Chris and Kim, call me now.
What in the goddamn?
Mr. York, don't let my daughter learn what a GP stands for.
This is Yi. You ready to talk now? Or are you still avoiding my calls? Oh, hell yes. Hell yes. Oh, this is gonna be great. Oh, Rocky plugged it again. What a swell fellow.
Looks like Daniel's gathered up a group of people to help him find Galena's killer on his own. If the Clarksons get serious, they'll probably put an end to this case before we even know what hit us. And it sure won't be wrapped up the way you want it to, Mr. York.
Yes, that certainly is a problem. Judging from Daniel's temperament, things are bound to get out of control. Melvin, I need to find Professor R as soon as possible.
Professor R?
Oh, here we go.
That's right.
That ain't such a good idea.
Is he gonna go in again?
I didn't ask for your personal opinion, Melvin. Especially if it comes from an
Oh, here we go.
antiquated, xenophobic way of thinking that's characteristic of rural towns.
Whoa now, Mr. York. What's going on here?
Go to the chorus.
I didn't.
This conversation is over, Melvin. You need to figure out what the Clarksons are planning. Call me again as soon as you know.
Fine. Whatever you say.
Also, sorry, but would you mind coming to pick up Patricia? I would never think to take an innocent girl like her into an adult watering hole.
You're right. CLG's still too young for that.
Wait, Daddy! Agent York! I'm going too! Don't leave me out of this!
I don't know. We'll see how
No,
good
Patricia.
faith the
You signed a
depiction of the
contract with
trans
me,
character
remember?
is when we actually meet them.
I promise to protect you from all the evil in our world.
That's not what it means!
Patty, you're smart. Shockingly so. But you're still a child. And there are certain things a child like you doesn't need to learn about yet. Just go home for today.
What a good sticking tongue out animation.
I'm so glad you understand, Patty.
Hello, Geotraumatics.
Okay, Melvin, that's that. I'm leaving her here. The rest is in your hands.
Roger that. I'll take care of her, Mr. York.
I gotta drink the fire water. So if like the whole thing like is like this whole like problematic dialogue thing stems from like a whole thing about Melvin saying, "Oh, she's not an ordinary woman, or not really a woman, and then immediately segueing into talking about Melvin's prejudices. I don't know. I think it play. I don't know. That seems good faith. If like the whole mystery is tied because it's like sort of locked behind the town's prejudices, and then you're being like, oh, that's why. I don't know. That seems.
This is the
fine
deep
enough in
south.
good
I
faith.
feel it every time that molten hot sun pours down on me.
No, I don't see. I don't see
you,
why
Zach?
that's. I don't see anything to really particularly take issue with yet. I see it as like a sensitive topic being tackled.
Zach, you're a coffee person, right? No sugar.
Is that
only
so
milk.
wrong, man? I mean,
Yes, I'm
is that
completely
so
with you on that one.
far off the mark.
Hail to the king,
Hey, want to talk about
baby.
bridges? Why?
About the crosswalk.
I've
That's
become
why,
obsessed with bridges, Zach, and there's no turning back now.
Oh. Was it like a bad portrayal of a trans woman, and that's why
Zach, you're a
people are
coffee
getting bad
person,
memories?
right? No sugar, only milk. Yes,
Yeah, I
I'm
read the
completely
Kanye
with
thing.
you on that one.
Did like having something be a love letter to that? Did you go bad vibe? No, it was great.
Did you notice it yet? The
That's
streets
the
in
first
New
car I've
Orleans were
seen,
a
right?
mess.
And it's gone.
All busted up and undergoing maintenance. The city was built on a
Very
swamp,
90s
so
but
the
respectable.
ground is soft.
I don't see anything
All
really
it takes is some heavy
particularly
rain to cave
egregious.
it all in. Zach, it appears to be. Let's come back during.
What's the business hours? It's a Tuesday. So it opens at 5 p.m. Controversy might be things that happen later. Yeah, that's why I keep my eyes peeled with this character. If it's anything like this, then it's like, oh yeah, whatever.
2 lollipops, 3 lollipops. Don't mind me, Zach. This is how I wake myself up. If this town has a symbol, it's got to be that bridge hanging over the bayou. Lift bridges are truly a rarity.
Let's smoke. Let's eat first. Let's see here. What'd I lose? I heard a sound effect. Skateboard was a good idea, but imagine if it didn't run like shit, it wasn't in Unity.
Hey, want to talk about bridges? Why?
Let's kill some dogs. Oh, I became stinky. Zach, this takes me back to my ATF days. These are rare kills. I gotta kill them. Yeah, eat shit, Fido. POV, you're agent of the ATF, and someone just Someone just called you in to report bump stocks. Zach, this is just like the time we were called in about those bump stocks. At that farmland estate. We killed so many dogs that day. Speaking of dead dogs, do you remember that player for the Atlanta Falcons, Michael Vick? I remember playing as him in Madden. He broke the game so hard they had to replant the entire
This town
defense.
sure is peaceful, Zach.
Using the
Yes, I know. I know what you're about to say. But that's why we're here. To protect this peace.
You sell it, Zoomer.
Isn't that right, Zach?
You sell it.
So, what do you think of him? Yes, I'm talking about him.
Are we gonna talk about Boongon the entire game
Is the
like
skeletal
this?
gentleman friend or foe? Or does he merely exist outside the realms of either? Still too early to tell. But it's clear that he'll be the key to uncovering this case's mysteries. That's what my soul tells me. By the way, Zach, Boongon feels very familiar
We're gonna
to
talk
me.
about Scatman.
You might even say he reminds me of someone. Yes, I think I see the connection now. A cheerful, wise, yet also mysterious African-American who appeared in a variety of different films. My mind must be overlapping him with the skeletal gentleman.
No, I hit a wall. You're gonna hear this dialogue 15 times. It loops a lot, actually. It's not like Deadly Premonition 1, where you get one shot to hear him talk about Attack of the Killer Tomatoes. In fact, the looping audio gets annoying. Is David Jawara chef in right now? Yes!
Gonna be another hot one today.
Talk. Hey, mister, how do you like our shower pressure? Just like the doctor ordered, ain't it? It appears that my shower in my room is broken, so I currently no way to sample water pressure to be proud of. That so? I'm a chef, so anything other than food's outside my jurisdiction. You're a true pro after all, but maybe a hint that fixed your water problem of yours, meaning might be something wrong with the water valve out near the bathroom on the first floor. That damn bellboy's supposed to be checking up on it, but he never follows through. I see. Well then, you haven't fixed the valve? No could do, Mr. FBI. I'm a pro chef. That means I'm not going to do jack squat. I'm cooking good, genuine food. Then what should I do? You're an FBI agent, aren't you? Fixing up a valve should be a piece of cake to a fellow like you. Zach, it looks like we'd need some masquerade's plumbing for a bit if I wish to enjoy a good shower here. There it is. It's not even spinning. So many valves, but so what? Shouldn't matter if I loosen them all at once. Besides, I'm not a plumber, so it's not my fault if something goes wrong. Is it gonna work? Is it gonna have good shower pressure? Oh, finally. Zach, look at this. This is it. This is what you call a shower. Any proper shower at least needs this much pressure, don't you agree? Most of us masquerading plumbers all experience this magical moment. Now, we're free to shower ourselves until we drown. Oh, that took a while. Still, I'm surprised the trio had the gall to use an FBI agent as a shower repairman. Those three professionals are craftier than they let on. You notice what they were up to, right? None of them wants to be the one that calls a repairman. So they are all feigning ignorance and giving to just the valve instead. Such an entertaining town. Isn't that right, Zach? Zach, it's a bead. Fixing a shower is led straight to a dazzling jewel. 1 of 5 beads. Let's shave. Clean shaven bonus, baby.
Due to the nature of our work, we've had to stay at hotels all over America. But Zach, do you know what I hate most about living out of a hotel? Shower pressure. The shower was invented so that human beings could quickly bathe in large quantities of water, correct? Yet there are far too many hotels in our nation that have showers with embarrassingly weak
He's doing
water
another PSA.
pressure. It's an outrage. And I'll keep tooting my horn about this every chance I get, believe you me.
Oh, already. That finally, that was a debacle. I could probably sleep at the hotel. Let's meet this Professor R. Starting to get some good cash flow. Can't wait until we get to another part of the game where York speaks in verbal blackface. I think it'll be quite beautiful. Truly a Japanese game. 8 hours of sleep will do it. My brother had Chinese food earlier, and he's left a good portion of it in the fridge. And I'm thinking I gotta text him to see if it's fine for me to just sort of eat right now. 'Cause he's not home. I want to see if he just put it in there because he couldn't eat anymore, or doesn't have plans to eat it. But I want to see if he's leaving it as a treat for himself or not. He's got like a decent amount of fried rice. Yeah, treat. Oh, he's home. I must ask. Yeah, this Kanye, I don't know what's going on in Kanye's personal life, but what I've read so far, I haven't read it since the Bill Cosby tweet, but it seems like things are not so sunny in Hollywood right now. Especially the fact that he's tweeting, Bill Cosby's innocent. So I'm gonna... I don't know, let's see. I'm up for any kind of spectacle, so you know what? Hell yeah, baby. That's all ring-a-ding by me.
Hey, Zach, it looks like we were right on the money. Tracing the Sang Rouge distribution.
Yeah, actually, that was
right
the
to
first
Louisiana.
time. He's
You know what
playing the
that
hits.
means. We've got a hot hand. And Lady Luck's given us far more favor than she ever has before. We just happened to hear news about Lisa's murder while sitting in a bar during our vacation in New Orleans. That certainly wouldn't have happened if we had stayed in D.C. They would have given the case to another special agent, or maybe even to the state, and then we never would have found it. In the end, it would have been shut up in that vast, desolate evidence vault along with all the other cases.
Oh, I just ollied over the entire street. Awesome. I gotta start doing these wyvern balloons. These are important.
Look, Zach. That seat is beckoning us.
Let's see what else Kanye's saying. Kanye report. Kim was trying to fly to Wyoming with a doctor to lock me up like in the movie Get Out because I cried about saving my daughter's life yesterday. Dude, what? Oh my god, he... Oh, jeez. Shouts out to Rocky for moving out. Oh, Trouble in Paradise for Kanye? Oh, is someone else streaming? Oh, he... Okay. Streaming Catherine with Bella over on her Twitch. Both in cosplay. Let's see what Jackson's up to. What are you up to, Jackson?
Yeah, like... I'm playing for, like, my compass and I'll, like, fall.
What are... Why is Jackson cosplaying as Huko and Ashima?
Listen to the two ends and drink dry the fire water.
Thank you, York. Very, very good. Very good.
Do this, and you will see the other world. Hungan's oracle pointed us to this bar.
Wow, York. Very cool.
So we must have to do something here.
Oh man, I really think that we're watching like a whole like Etika type thing. Oh, we might. Oh, things might not be looking good for the home nine for Kanye. Junko and Ashima.
But I feel like the fire water part is missing something.
Singularity inspection. I'm gonna check for something real quick. See my brother's home so I can have some of his food. Be right back. Yeah, I'm thinking I'm black. Good news, my brother let me have his China food. He was home, and now I can have a little treat. Let's see, Tyrone Sanders, Emma Sanders, and Speedwitch, and Xavier Johnson. I think these are all characters in town. Oh, they're all in a band. Yeah, I'm thinking of the Blackberry Sanders. Oh, that's it? It says go. Good drag.
Zach, do you see that? It's a gigantic go sign. I think someone's trying to send us a very powerful message here. That settles it. This must be a singularity. Beautiful lipstick. The color red suits you.
Uh-oh.
Thank you. Red is the color of life. No human who knows the joy of life would ever hate this color. Or would they?
Lena Dunham.
Maybe. Maybe not. But I know of a drug with a red color that certainly doesn't signify life. It sometimes even steals the lives of those who drown themselves in it. Catch my drift?
Before a candle's flame burns out, it burns brighter than ever before, blazing like a shining red star. Don't you think that instant is more valuable than a century of smoldering?
That blaze doesn't cast out the darkness. It only emphasizes it.
Professor R.
But where are my manners?
Cool broad.
I'm FBI Special Agent Francis York Morgan.
Smokes long cigarettes.
Let me get straight to the point. You were present when Lise Clarkson was murdered. And you were also involved with Galena Clarkson's death.
Professor R, are you familiar with
Correct.
the phrase, be gay, do crimes?
Agent Morgan, are you a man who can hold his liquor?
I'd love some firewater.
We're similar. You and I.
Really? I don't see the resemblance.
Well, you should. Look deeper. Think about who you were when you were first born, and who you are now. Different selves exist inside your body.
Okay.
Are you talking about Zach?
Whoa, she's like Chris Angel.
I was born as a man, but in my heart, I wasn't so.
That was an allegory,
And this is a
alright.
small town. I experienced far more scorn and discrimination than anyone could ever imagine.
Are you about to get another York
Especially
PSA?
from my father. Parents are supposed to raise their children with love. That's the norm, right? Not for me. I was raised by my father's flesh-seething hatred.
So you ran away from home, started making drugs, then seduced a young life and destroyed it?
Oh.
That story makes no sense to me. Think about it. They didn't burn you in a witch hunt, nor did they ever try to take your life. Yet here you are, letting your selfish fantasies drive you to torch the entire town with vengeful fire. Now tell me, Leonard Clarkson.
Okay,
why
yeah,
did you
that.
abandon your inheritance only to end up in a place like this?
That's the problematic scene. Okay, there it is.
You've already figured out that much. Leonard doesn't exist anymore. He disappeared from me a long time ago. All that's left
I
of me
don't think I can play this. I didn't think he was gonna pull that gotcha. I don't.
The Red Soul?
That if I let that
The
thing
Red Soul
continue, that would
gives
have been
me
problematic.
strength and courage.
I thought it was just gonna
And
accuse
I
her of
vowed
murder.
to use that strength to change this world.
Uh-oh.
The Red Soul has the power to amplify the unique characteristics we all possess. Mentally and physically. That's why I created the holy red powder.
Are you kidding me?
So that everyone can enjoy its divine benefits.
That's ridiculous.
Our world is home to scarier monsters than violence
Oh
and
god.
prejudice.
Don't tell me
Ugh.
I'm
Zach.
gonna be right about the three-stage
Someday, even
trans
your
people
best
can be
friend will
three-stage
abandon
boss battles
you.
too. Don't
No.
tell me. Oh
Never.
man.
And in the end, you'll be all alone.
Zach and I will always be together.
Okay. Oh, Jesus Christ. It's funny that York just so readily just pulls that.
Daddy!
Oh, it's more than fine.
Where are you, Daddy? Don't leave me here!
Oh, it's more than fine. It's still good faith.
Daddy! Please!
With me, I'm like, oh, haha, there it is.
I can't
But
find
the
Mom
original
either.
identity of Professor R
Don't leave me
is
alone!
really important.
Please!
So it's like, fine.
Please, Daddy!
It adds,
Please, Daddy!
I don't know, it adds intrigue. Original identity is important because it has to do with the Clarksons.
Oh. She got us, Zach. She spiked the drink with some sort of sleeping pill. No wonder they call her the Professor. Whew. But that was a rash move. Perhaps she realized that she's finally crossed the point of no return. Or... We need to head to the Clarksons at once before it's too late. We can still stop this.
You see, this is what happens when you're transphobic in a small town, and the one trans person that lives in it. They become a video game villain with 3 health bars. Lena's a Clarkson. That's why the dead name was so important there. There's a lot of history. I think that's a daring writing. We're making a murder mystery. I think that's a very daring thing to dabble with. That was daring. And I guess people weren't having it, but I don't know. That I could see why people would take issue with that. But
did you notice
the story
the streets in New Orleans were a mess, all busted up and undergoing maintenance. The city was built on a swamp, so the ground is soft.
I guess he wasn't. I guess
all it takes is some heavy rain to cave it all in.
He wasn't
there
quite
were also
ready
a lot of places where large tree roots were pushing up parts of the asphalt and the sidewalk.
It seemed like he did
Those
the best
bumps were
he can.
dangerous even when we still had our car, remember? But
I think when you write like intrigue like that, a murder mystery,
that we can skate along.
that was as good as you could have written it.
And there's hardly any trash
don't
to be found anywhere. The Clarksons truly do control this place, for better or worse. It's a good example of how allowing certain people to rise to power can have positive effects as well. Also, don't you find that Southern people are remarkably friendly,
I'm
even
already
to total
famous.
strangers? Both here and in New Orleans, I've been amazed at how cordial everyone is. Is it just the way things are down here? You certainly don't see that sort of thing in New York or D.C.
No dice.
They
I
never
already
stop
got
to
famous
chit-chat,
friends.
especially
that I
when
could,
ordering food. They only say
I'd
what's
give guest
necessary,
spots.
without any decoration. The customer only makes eye contact with the waiter about once every 3 times they interact. But that's just how it is. Isn't that right, Zach? The human relationships here are as fluid as an inorganic mechanism running on the smoothest, purest oil there is. And it feels strangely comfortable after spending time in New Orleans and coming here. I think I'm starting to like the southern disposition. They even have their own breed of bizarre crimes. And besides, the New Orleans area is famous for its paranormal culture.
Wait, what's going on here?
Somehow.
What's going
Still
on?
a bit of a ways off, but perhaps we can also do a little case study for our post-retirement.
That's not how you drive a car.
What? You still think it's too early for that?
Get back here. Excuse me, FBI Agent York.
Zach, you're a coffee person, right? No sugar, only milk. Yes, I'm completely with you on.
I think. Is he not driving the car? Is he supposed to drive the car? Okay, he's scripted to drive the car.
This is
the game
deep
can't
south.
handle it.
I feel it every time
But
that
we can
molten
follow him
hot
to
sun
the
pours down
Clarksons.
on me. Don't you, Zach?
There's a paranormal event. There's a paranatural site caught on tape. I'm gonna follow him to the Clarkson house anyways.
This is the deep south. I feel it every time that molten hot sun pours down on me. Don't you, Zach?
Alright, I'm done with this paranatural sighting. You go ghost ride your whip somewhere else.
Hey, Zach. No, nothing. Just felt like saying that.
I wish this game would let me do more tricks. Let's go talk to the Clarksons, and I think I'll go wrap this up. Is Jackson a dang Bronco head? I didn't know he just sort of had that cosplay and he just fucking bust out like that. I mean, jeez, hey, listen, if he can crossplay, what's stopping me?
Zach, you're a coffee person, right? No sugar, only milk. Yes, I'm completely with you on that one.
We're getting close. I guess I'll see him in the distance.
Hey, Zach, it looks like we were right on the money. Tracing the Sang Rouge distribution route led us right to Louisiana. You know what that means. We've got a hot hand. And Lady
Hey,
Luck's
spam
given
bots,
us
yeah,
far
but
more
the
favor than she
spam
ever
bots
has
aren't
before.
regular.
We just happened to hear
They'll
news
show
about
up,
Lisa's
show up. That
murder
was like the
while
first
sitting in a
time.
bar during
I
our
was just thinking to
vacation in
myself
New
before this, I was
Orleans.
like, wow, we
That
don't get
certainly
spam bots
wouldn't
very
have
much
happened if we
anymore.
had stayed in D.C. They would have given the
They
case
only
to
really
another
show up for
special
random
agent,
photo streams,
or maybe
just
even
like,
to the
hey, I
state.
could make
And then we
where's
never
the
would have
photo
found
layouts for
it. In
you?
the end, it would have been shut up in that vast, desolate evidence vault along with all the other cases, marked by nothing but a first-degree murder tag, buried in a soggy grave at the bottom of a sea of data. That would have been its fate. Instead, it traveled from person to person.
Let's see what he does when he gets to the Clarkson's place. Damn, they're taking him away. Here we go, we're at Oak Castle.
Hey, Zach, it looks like we were right on the money. Tracing the Sang Rouge distribution route led us right to Louisiana.
Skating my way all the way up to Clarkson's residence. Bellissimo. Beautiful. Oh, jeez. The save. Enough for this stream. Alright, we're gonna raid Jackson and what I think is his girlfriend. Because he's live with them.
Oh my god,
Oh my god. Thank you for coming. Give me a rub. Hey, what? He's guesting on a channel right now, so let's see. It's called Persona 05. Hey, any Freddie Jackson's a friend of mine. Alright, behave there. I don't know this person, but I know Jackson.
It just looks so good.